Is the DJI Mini 4 Pro worth the upgrade from the Mini 3 Pro? Are the new features big enough of a deal? What's the quality difference in the footage? We'll see how these two mini drones stack up in this video. Alright Josh, you ready to go shoot some drone footage?
I am.
Alright, let's go. After you. Okay. Off to get some drone footage with my brother-in-law from Algonquin Digital. Check him out on the socials and all the things. He's doing some really good stuff. Curious and Algonquin, the dynamic duo. We will take over the interwebs. All of the media things.
Domination.
No, it's not domination.
Dominion.
Dominion. Dominion, yes.
There you go.
So we're gonna try to fly up to that thing. As live as it comes. One of the biggest new features I was wanting to try out was the color profiles on the new DJI Mini 4 Pro. I wanted to see what color grading D-Log would look like. What do you think? How do these colors look? So we are out on a lake in Muskoka, about to put these two to the test. DJI 3 and 4 Mini. Let's see how they stack up head to head. Yeah, it's so cute. One of the biggest differences between the Mini 3 and the Mini 4 Pro is the 360 collision avoidance due to its new collision sensor layout.
So this one used to just look straight back, and now it's a fisheye.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
And then the front ones used to just look straight forward.
Yep.
Now they are, now they're fisheyes too.
Oh.
So
They're cocky eye.
It looks like a monster.
All right, so we've got the drone active tracking us.
I admit I'm nervous. So there's a tree right there, buddy. Don't hit the tree.
Oh! I don't know if you can see the drone over there. Yeah. But it is tracking us. Oh, this active track stuff is working.
I don't know if it's working.
Yeah?
I think it might have hit something.
Alright, so maybe not working all that great. Does need a little bit of babysitting to do active track if you're trying to track with trees in the way. Alright Josh, so pros and cons of the DJI Mini 4 Pro. So far, what are your first impressions?
First impressions are that it is exactly the same drone, with some minor but important upgrades. So I'm a big fan of 360 obstacle detection. I still treat it like obstacle avoidance on a car. So you don't assume that you don't just like drive up to another car and hope you're not going to hit because you know your car is going to stop. But it's nice that it prevents you from an accident every now and then. So I like to know what my drone is doing, but it's nice that it's kind of a backup feature. And as nice as 360 on the Mini 3 Pro, that gets pretty nerve-wracking when you're doing a panning shot around something and you don't have sideways obstacle detection.
Yeah, without the sideways obstacle avoidance, you always have to have line of sight of your drone to do those strafing sort of shots, right?
Legally, you always have to have line of sight.
Yes, that I mean, we always have line of sight on our drone.
You didn't hear it here. So I also like slow motion. So the increased 4K slow motion, I believe, to 60 frames per second is a nice addition because you can just slow things down, 50% if you're doing 30 frames or more if you like 24 frames. Oh, it increased range. I do find sometimes that I would be just hinting at losing. I'd be at the end of the shot and I'd be starting to lose connection on the Mini 3 Pro. So just having a few extra kilometers of range, I really like. I think that's going to provide a lot of extra opportunity just to kind of finish out a great shot. And it also comes with a nice little propeller guard for when you're putting it away, which is a nice, quality of life feature. I'm a fan. Now, the thing I am not, thank you DJI, about is that the ND filters do not match on the 3 and the 4. Like, why on earth? Anyways.
Yeah.
So,
that marketing though.
Completely incompatible. Like, do not assume that you can make them work. They do not fit. So that's annoying. But generally, everything else works pretty well. Also, I can confirm DJI told me that the Mini 3 Pro batteries fit in the Mini 4 Pro. You have to be aware that it puts you slightly overweight.
Gotcha. Do you find that it has less flight time because of the lighter batteries?
I don't have enough experience, but so far I've noticed no issues. but I haven't flown it around enough to really be sure about that. There's a light on the bottom. Not a big feature, but it is, I don't know, it's nice to be able to turn on a light when you want a light. Oh, and the controller, the RC2 controller also has waypoints now. So that's really nice to be able to plan a shot and get it to follow through different waypoints. I have not tried it, but just knowing that you have that available if you're trying to get a perfect shot that's repeatable, lots of creative possibilities there.
Yeah, definitely. Like filming one path when it's broad daylight, let's say,
Yes.
and then sunset, and then
doing a nice fade between.
exactly.
The speed ramp. Make sure you speed ramp while you fade.
Yes.
Brilliant.
All right, you gotta do that shot.
That is some Instagram views.
You gotta do that shot, Josh, and post it on your Instagram. You guys go follow Josh on his Instagram at Algonquin Digital.
And if you don't see the shot there yet, make sure you comment and get mad at me.
Yes, get very mad at him.
The more you get mad, maybe I'll finally get around to doing it someday. Who knows?
Yep.
So we took the Mini 3 and the Mini 4 out for a flight along a similar flight path with similar settings to see what would happen. Unfortunately, we both forgot the white balance set to auto like a pair of noobs, but I think that this will at least give you an idea of some of the differences.
All right, so thoughts on that flight together?
Yeah, so we just did a flight sort of over fall colors towards a lake. Flew both Mini 3 Pro and Mini 4 Pro, roughly the same flight path, but with a vertical distance between. So what we found, surprisingly, Mini 3 Pro flew faster in cinematic mode, like significantly faster.
Yeah, like, well, I don't know, how significant is like 2 or 3 kilometers per hour?
Well,
I guess on a drone like this, it is.
Yeah. Well, and it was the difference of 6 meters per second and like 9 meters per second. So it's almost 50% faster.
Oh, that's true, I guess, yeah.
So,
When you put it that way.
yeah. So that was interesting.
He's the one who's good at math, even though I'm the Asian.
Oh, shooting in with D-Log instead of D-Cinelike on the Mini 3 Pro.
Yeah, I'm gonna be interested to see what does the color grading look like differently. I'm gonna try my best to
Grade them the same.
grade them the same. So I'll show one without a grade and then one with a grade, and we'll see kind of what they look like.
My impression was that the highs on the Mini 3 Pro were, with the same shutter speed and same ISO, were slightly more overexposed. Like it was generally brighter in the high end, but just by a little bit.
Yeah, and we'll see actually when we put that on a computer if like that makes any difference. But
Yes.
in terms of settings, we had it at ISO 100, 1/6400 for the shutter speed,
Now,
great shutter speed there. We were running no NDs though, just to be fair.
the reason for no NDs is that the Mini 4 Pro is so new, it is not possible to buy NDs for it yet. So this is cutting edge, bleeding edge of review.
Yeah, and I had NDs obviously for mine, so it would be unfair for one to have NDs and the other not to.
Yes, level playing field.
Yeah.
Level is important. So
All about that equality. I'm gonna cut.
equality of opportunity, not equality of outcome. The other interesting thing that you'll notice is the Mini 4 Pro, because it has better obstacle avoidance, doesn't actually just fly to the preset height to return to home. So mine actually, when I put it on return to home, it flew at the height I already had it and just came back because there's nothing in the way, where the Mini 3 Pro would go to the preset height, which in this case was 100 meters. So there's a lot faster return to home because it's not wasting time getting up to height and then flying and then coming down.
Alright, so here's my concluding thoughts. If you already have the DJI Mini 3 Pro, then you may not need to upgrade to the 4, unless those quality of life improvements in the new model are really important to you, such as the increased range, the active tracking, the 360 object avoidance, and the ability to do waypoints. I could see how for some creative professionals that would be really important to you and really help your workflow. However, I also think that we need to be careful to avoid the whole obsession over gear. And when it comes down to it, in terms of the quality of the video that you're getting out of both of these drones, I think they're honestly really, really similar. It is nice to have the D-Log for a flatter profile to grade, but doesn't really make a huge difference in my opinion, and perhaps I just haven't used it a whole lot to be able to see that difference, but just from our first initial thoughts, yeah, pretty similar. I think the slow motion aspect of it could be a really appealing feature to a lot of drone users and filmmakers. So if that's something that's really important to your workflow or to the types of videos that you're shooting, then that might be something that would be worthy of considering the upgrade. Now, in terms of pricing, they're priced about similar. There's really only about 100, give or take, difference between the two drones. If, however, you're looking for your first drone purchase, then the DJI Mini 4 Pro is a worthy consideration, I think. It's one of the best drones on the market today that's under that weight class before you have to register your drone or get a pilot's license and so on. So that's a really great thing that you can get such high quality video out of something that's classified as a recreational drone. Do also bear in mind that this drone is so new that you're not going to be able to get ND filters for it just yet, but I'm pretty sure within a short space of time, some manufacturers will be releasing ND filters for it. I know for me, while there are some really tempting new improvements in the Mini 4 Pro, I won't be upgrading just yet. I'm pretty satisfied with my Mini 3 and it's doing what I needed to do. And it's like what the Bible says, right? Godliness with contentment is great gain. Well, that's it for this video. If you got value, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to stay updated on future videos from Curious Creative. Let me know in the comments down below which one you're gonna go with. Are you just sticking with your DJI 3 or are you going with the Mini 4 for the upgraded features? So until next time, go create something awesome.